So now go to placements. Okay. So now go to change. Yeah. So now change. Okay. So now,
Choose.
yeah,
Ah, nice.
there you go.
So delete, sell, change, or play. So basically I could create, um, I could now if I did a Zoom with someone, could could they actually record like over, like, could you have done the audio for my promotion here? Like if you were a client of mine and you were like buying a placement?
Since it's your meeting, and if even if it's my message, if I have you, okay, Greg, type in this description, and then I have you read it for me because it's your meeting, that's a good thing. So that might be a plus. That's almost like a sponsor testimonial from you for me. That's one way to do it.
It's mostly a matter of where do they place this file? Because if for instance, everyone on Blitzer had a place where they could go and record their audio message, like we could even let free members come in here and record a message, because if it could go into a library that then a group admin could grab and say, yeah, I will, I could go in here and select your message and I'm going to charge you for it, or I'm going to make it free, whatever. That way, everybody who's on Blitzer could see this menu. They could record their own little thing from their account, but they could add an option here, which could be something like add to Blitzer library.
Some of our members, could email in copy that they want us to read for a placement for them. And that would be the easiest thing to do.
Right, right. Very nice. Is we could say a new group on Blitzer. Let's see, we could say join the networking beat. Join the networking beat group on Blitzer and attend our Monday 9 a.m. Pacific Blitzer event and our monthly expos on the third Thursday.
Yep.
All right, something like that. And I could, for now, I'll just copy that, and you could have that or something comparable. We've got your little thing there.
Why don't you go ahead and try and reread it for me, and just we'll show people,
Okay,
that there are alternatives.
okay. I'll put your name first. Well, since I'm reading it. All right, here we go. Join the Networking Beat group on Blitzer and attend our Monday 9 a.m. Pacific Blitzer events and our monthly expos on the third Thursday. This is Greg Sanders and Mike Hayes, co-founders of Networking Beat. Let me add an S. Now, let me just ask you about how this works. They don't see this. They only see this, right?
That's right.
Okay, so that should be fine. If I save the placement, all right, then we don't know how to do this exactly, but I'll come back in here. It's not too long to get in here. There's placements. I can go to change. I go to networking beat. I go to choose. Oh, this is so cool because I had other people's like promotions go into my Blitzer last week, and I didn't know how to manage those or change them or whatever. So because I have 5, I've set it up for 5 exchanges or 5 one-to-ones. That's why I'm guessing I have 5 placements here, right? If I had 6, then there'd be a 6th item here.
That's correct. And
okay.
So let's go back to setup.
Okay.
Okay, sponsor network on, require sponsor approval. Okay, see right underneath there. Okay, right there. So if you turn that on, go ahead, turn that on. So before somebody else's ad runs in your meeting, you have to be able to approve it.
Nice. Oh, that is so cool. Now, what does team-based mean?
Well, that's a whole different ball game, and that's going deeper. And I've gone there, but it did throw off things. So let's not kind of combine those things right now.
Okay. Okay.
Let's make that a separate, deeper training.
So if I want to know what placements are going to run, what 30-second commercials are going to run, so to speak, I just go to placements and I can look right there and see them. I could go in and I guess if I click well, play would just be the audio. If I go to change, how would I edit the whole thing? Well, I guess if I click on, how do I like edit the whole thing? Once you save it, can you go in and edit the script and that type thing?
Yeah, you can edit anytime you want. You could just kill it and move it to the third spot or move it around.
Like if I wanted it right there, but I noticed a typo, could I, instead of re-recording it, can I just go in and edit it? All right, very good.
Yeah, now, Greg, while we're here, there's something that I like a lot about this as well. So if you go back to placements, okay, and now let's go to call to action. Now you notice there are two buttons that you can put at the end there, one on the left and one on the right. So you can have two different call to action. Now, since we are in the world of direct response networking, one of the most powerful and important things you can ever do is have a great call to action. So let's click on, because that's what direct response is all about, is taking an immediate action. I'm sorry, let's go back. I meant to tell you, let's click on the button below that. So the edit button, there we go. Okay, so now let's make this. Now, here's what you can do here, Greg. If you scheduled your next meeting, so, and I'll show you how to duplicate your current meeting. So you can create your next meeting, and then you're able to go click here to join our next meeting. But you have to set up the next meeting first before you can have that in there, okay? And then once you have your next meeting set up, then you can do that and have the call to action. That's very important. So at this point, let's go back to setup.
So you don't want me to save this?
No, not yet. Not yet. I just wanted to show it to you. Then see duplicate right under Max Connect. See the duplicate button. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now we're going to duplicate this event. All right, good. Now, don't worry about that date. Just go to setup. Okay, go to the bottom. So all we have to do is change the date. So see where it says choose date and time? Yeah, right there. Good. So now what is the date and time of your next meeting after your current meeting?
It'd be this one right here. And I guess this is going to be Eastern time, right? The time you said
it will be whatever your time is. Yeah.
It would be Central time. So because I'm Central right now.
Right.
All right. So if I save that.
And then you want to change the date.
So I already changed that.
Okay.
10 a.m. and 10 a.m. It doesn't say Central, does it? Where does it say what time zone it's in? Yes, there it is right there. Thursday, January, 10 o'clock Central time. Okay, so basically the system knows what time zone I'm in. I put my time and it translates there. Now I noticed something that when you come to events, and if you look at the events here, oh, all right, it looks like if I put a networking beat, for me, it should show, because that would be 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock your time. It should say 11 o'clock my time. Let's just see if that's the case. Oh, you haven't set up your next meeting.
That's correct. But the other thing you didn't do after you created your duplicate event, you didn't click on make live, which you need to do to save it.
Okay.
So let's go. Okay, that's the right one. Okay, so say make live.
Okay, and it include. Oh, it does not carry over your placements.
Correct. It does not carry over the placements.
Interesting. Okay. And of course, it doesn't carry over participants because people have to sign up for each event separately.
Exactly. But now you have the link to your next event. So now we can go back to placements. And now we can create the call to action button. Join us next week.
Oh, as a call to action.
Right.
Now, it looks like you could have two call to actions.
So correct. Absolutely correct. But let's do one at a time. So okay. Let's do the top one just for a demonstration. So let's get.
Well, but this is the 20th. So I want to grab this link and put it on the 13th date.
That's
right?
Correct. Yes. So go to the copy of the invite link up at the top, or right. You see it right above cancel attendance. There's a little box.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Click on that box. Okay, now it's green. That's your link. So
Now I
I'll
come
go
to
back to the
13th
previous
event.
event.
Setup, placements, call to action number 1. The link would be this.
Yeah.
And join us next week for Max Connect. Register now for next week's. How about that?
Yeah.
Now for next week's Max Connect. Save.
And test. There you go, bongo.
And it takes you right there. Now I'm sort of cookied into the setup menu. They wouldn't see this part. They would just, because they recognize who you are. So if you were a registrant, you would see the sign up screen.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I could
you could test that link in an incognito window if you wanted to, just to test it. And then you can set up your second one for whatever other call to action. And this could be for a sales funnel.
All right. So if I want them to start their free Max Community membership, which is my sales funnel, if they go in there and they sign up their free membership, start your free Max Community membership today. And then there's the link. Save that.
Yeah.
Call to action. All right. So it tells me, oh, now that's interesting. This one didn't seem to save. Maybe I didn't save it. Aha. So I must not have saved it. I mean, because you kind of save it, and then after you save it, you get that little window at the top that says save call to action. I may not have clicked that potentially.
All right. Well, there's your buttons.
And so do they appear on every little infomercial?
No, only at the end.
Oh, only at the end. Okay.
Okay. So I think we've covered a lot right now. We don't want to try and cover everything.
But you can insert a call to action and could sell that as part of the promo package to someone.